In today's video, we will be recapping Money in the Bank, and that in the time I'm recording, it happened yesterday, so I didn't see what happened on Raw yet, so hopefully I can post this before Raw. So starting off, we had the men's Money in the Bank ladder match, which was great. Andrade looking great in this match. Even if we all knew that he wasn't gonna win, WWE booked it like he was the MVP of the match. Jey Uso being one of the people who could possibly win. Chad Gable pulling moves that are just so cool, and LA Knight doing a bump that I don't even think he was able to do. Chad Gable did a belly to back suplex to him onto a ladder. That's painful. Carmelo Hayes, who was, in my opinion, the MVP. I feel like Andrade was the second, but I feel like Carmelo Hayes, most of the cool stuff went to him. But yeah, I feel like the three MVPs I'd say are Carmelo Hayes, Andrade, and Chad Gable. And of course the winner, Drew McIntyre. Man, I really wanted Carmelo Hayes to win because Drew McIntyre really did not need it. They just wasted the Money in the Bank briefcase because obviously we know that he cashed in on Damian Priest and Seth Rollins, that we will talk about in a few. But man, they just wasted it. Obviously, I kind of predicted Drew was gonna win. I obviously didn't make a video, but yeah. So yeah. Personally, I would have my second guess would be Jey. He was kind of booked to win, in my opinion, with the crowd, the entrance. They were all yeeting. And yeah, so overall, this was a really good match, but except for the winner. So I'm gonna give it because of the winner, I really didn't want him to win. I'm either in 7.5 or 8, so I'm just gonna give it a 7.7. Now moving on, we have Sami Zayn versus Braun Breaker. And before I get into this match, I hate when people say Sammy Hogan this, Sammy Hogan that. Unless I might be wrong, maybe. But Sami Zayn does not control the winners. I feel like maybe he doesn't. How can I put this? Sami Zayn does not book the winners. He's just there to do his job. He's great at it. But I really wanted Braun Breaker to win. He was booked like a beast that nobody could beat him, and just a haluva kick beats him. I honestly don't get it. But this was a pretty good match. Braun Breaker was dominating for the most part. It looked like he hurt his knee. Hopefully that's not the case. Cause yeah, I think Braun Breaker might beat Sami at SummerSlam. Maybe. But yeah, hopefully that this isn't the end, because I really enjoyed this match and I would really want Braun Breaker to beat Sami. Next up, we have Damian Priest versus Seth Rollins. Now, this is what I want to talk about. So, the match, great. I really miss Seth Rollins in the ring. Every match he has is good. He even made a match with almost 5 stars. So yeah, the match was going great until the pin, and everybody knows what I'm talking about. The ref counted 1, 2, 3. No. The ref counted 3, but I think Drew McIntyre was supposed to come out, so the ref just said no, the match is still going. But that's just, Damian Priest should have at least kicked out. It's obviously not Damian Priest's fault, but I feel like Damian should have still kicked out. it makes Damian Priest look. It makes the ref look dumb. Okay, it's not. Okay, why am I stumbling? I cannot talk today. So, it makes Damian. I feel like I heard Santi say this. Damian Priest would need to Liv Morgan. I feel like would be the best case. Could have paid the referee to not count to 3. That's the best solution they could, and I agree with Santi on that. But yeah, and then Drew McIntyre cashes in, beats down Seth Rollins. CM Punk comes out. Man, I feel like that the CM Punk and Drew McIntyre rivalry didn't need that Money in the Bank spot. They could have just done a triple threat match, and they could have done the same spot, but they just wouldn't waste the Money in the Bank briefcase. And instead of Drew McIntyre in the Money in the Bank ladder match, it could have been Ilya Dragunov. There's still a spot that I really wanted with him, that he does his H-bomb, but from the top from the top of the ladder. But that's a story for another day. So yeah, Damian Priest pins Seth Rollins and gets the dub. So now next one. Now oh yeah, there's just one more thing I want to get through with this match. So that means Seth Rollins, as long as Damian Priest is champion, Seth Rollins cannot challenge Damian Priest. But because of the shenanigans, I feel like Seth will still maybe get another chance for a championship, or he might just turn heel. But let's say he could get another shot at the title. I feel like it should be Damian Priest versus Gunther versus Seth Rollins at Money in the Bank. That would be good, because now Gunther doesn't need to get pinned. Because, man, I don't know why, but I really don't want to see Gunther win the World Heavyweight Championship. But I don't know why. Gunther's great, but there's just a part of me that I just don't want him to win. So I feel like they'll do Damian Priest, Seth Rollins versus Gunther. If they do it, I feel like Damian will pin Seth Rollins, because I really want to see Finn Balor versus Damian Priest for that World Heavyweight Championship. And Finn Balor will finally have his opportunity for the World Heavyweight Championship. And I wanted that match to happen at SummerSlam, but we already know it's going to be Gunther and Damian Priest. So moving on, the match of the night. Let me tell you something. This match cooked to the limit. Everybody had their moment. Chelsea Green climbing up. Well, no, we'll talk about the beginning of the match. So obviously in the beginning, it was botchy, let's be honest. But then it started to pick up that very well. I think Zoe Stark died. That that was Ray Phoenix's finisher. I don't know what it's called, but Io Sky delivered it to Zoe, and it looked so painful. And Chelsea Green looking to climb it. I feel like she should have won, but Tiffany Stratton, I'm not mad of her winning. So Tiffany pushes Chelsea Green onto the 2 tables that were outside, and Tiffany Stratton is your new Miss Money in the Bank, and I hope she has a good Money in the Bank run, because the men's one was obviously wasted. But yeah, and man, I really thought that putting Zoe in that match was a bad idea. But now I feel like she was the MVP of the match. She was doing some crazy stuff in that match, like the pile driver, her move that she twists onto Lyra Valkyria, onto the ladder. So yeah, obviously I didn't want her to win, but yeah, she was still the MVP of the match. Now the main event. And I feel so bad for Tanga Loa. I'm sure he's still happy with the money that he's getting, but oh my god, he was He was in the corner of the bloodline. I feel like he might be the new wise man. But yeah, Jacob Fatu was absolutely great. Tama Tonga was great. And yeah, this match was like, obviously it started off slow. That's a classic bloodline match. But then it really started to pick up, and that was great. We have the botch of Tonga Loa, where he tried to low blow Kevin Owens, but then he like hit his butt, and then he had to do it again, and he caught him. And then he got an RKO by Randy Orton, which was a great sell, by the way, probably the greatest sell in his whole career. Yeah, but before all that, the referee got knocked down, and I kind of liked that spot because then we really saw like carnage. I feel like it should have been a street fight because that backlash, that match was great, especially with the adding of the street fight. It really made the match a lot better. So yeah, everybody shined in this match. The spot where Kevin Owens frog splashed Jacob Fatu was great. Jacob Fatu did a Jeff Hardy move. What's it called? Anyways, he like went up the buckle and he like spinned and did a front flip. I forgot what that's called, like Willow something. But yeah, Solo Sikoa pins Cody Rhodes. I don't know how I feel about that. On one side, it's a great idea to really push Solo Sikoa as the new head of the table, but it kind of damages Cody's title reign a little bit. But I still think I like that decision of Solo pinning Cody. So it looks like we know what match we're gonna have, and honestly, I like Solo with a really good entrance. So yeah, that was Money in the Bank. Sorry for my voice. I've been kind of sick recently, and yeah, I'm gonna try uploading more. Like today, I'll try doing the NXT Heatwave predictions video, but if not, I'll for sure do the review. Alright, so that's it. Oh yeah, I want to say one more thing. I want to see Jacob Fatu versus Kevin Owens immediately. That match would be great. I feel like they could book it on. I just want to see that match. And Tonga Loa, if he's the new wise man, I don't think Tonga Loa is gonna be the wise man, cause he's not that good on the promo on the mic. So I really don't know what's gonna happen with that. I'm interested. I'm obviously gonna watch. So yeah, that's enough. Bye.